Great day, everyone. Welcome to the orientation video of the subject Bridging Education for Biology. The shortcut for this subject is BEBIO or BEBIO. This is a module course for the inter-semester, otherwise known before as summer. This is an offering of the Central Philippine Adventist College, School of Arts, Science, Technology, and Education, General Education Department. By the way, to those who are still new to this school or to this department, my name is Prospero Hintapanan Gonzaga Jr. I am much known in the campus as Sir Noy. I am a registered nurse, a licensed professional teacher, and I am your instructor for this course. By the way, let me first give you a background of this subject. This is not a regular biology subject wherein we will be tackling general biological setup, but rather, as I was instructed by the nursing department, this is more of a subject that will bridge non-medical strand students from the senior high school, such as from the UMS, the TechVoc, the ABM, and then they decided to take up nursing or other healthcare related courses. So because of the gap, we are instituting a subject called Bridging Education for Biology, so that you will not have hardship with regards to the terminology, to the expectations, to the common topics, as well as to the topics that links normal education with nursing education. So please don't misinterpret this subject. This is not a normal biology subject, but rather an orientation to biology and biology in relation to the nursing or the healthcare profession. So this is why we are offering this course, Bridging Education for Biology, otherwise known as BEBIO. Now, let us start with the orientation. This portion will give the holistic summation of the present module and the accompanying and continuing salient announcement that is being mandated by this course. Okay? So, first, let us talk about modular opening and closing schedules. In the modules of Sir Gonzaga, there is always a modular opening, meaning you cannot see a certain module if the time for it to be opened is not yet given, and the modular closing, which is you will stop seeing a certain module if the time has come that it will be closed already. So, I want to give you this warning. Remember, modules are under the control of the teacher, so that the decision when the module can be accessed and when it will not be accessible depends on the plan and the decision of the course instructor. Now, opening time is always 11 p.m. Closing time is always 10 p.m. Now, you will understand later on that Mr. Gonzaga is not offering regular classes in the modular setup. Meaning, there are no regular Zoom, regular Google Classroom, and regular Meet in my modules. I will explain later on why my setup is an offline module. However, let us first talk about the opening time and the closing time of the modules. The opening time is always 11 p.m. The closing time is always 10 p.m. So here is an example. Example Module 1. Module 1 will be opened June 18 at 11 p.m. and it will be closed on June 23 at 10 p.m. so that by 11 p.m. another module can be opened. So that is why we are opening modules at 11 p.m. and closing modules at 10 p.m. Now, let me orient you with the class schedules for this inter-semester. June 16 and 17, this will be orientation to the modular style of Mr. Gonzaga. That will be 2 days. Okay? June 18 to June 23, Okay, June 18 is the opening of the first module. June 23 will be the closing of the first module. You have 6 days to do the first module. Now for module number 2, the opening is June 23 and the closing is June 28. You will have 6 days to answer that module. For the third module, okay, it will be open June 28 and it will be closed on July 4. Okay? So you will have 7 days to answer that module. For module number 4, it will be open July 4 and will be closed July 9 and you will have 6 days to answer that module. Now for module number 5, it will be open July 9 and it will be closed July 14. You will have 6 days again to answer that module. For module number 6, which is the examination module, it will be opened on July 14 and it will be closed on July 19. That is module number 6, the examination module, and you will have 6 days to answer that module. Now from July 19 to July 22, that will be the official makeup day. So if you will notice, there are no makeup days during the procedural process of module 1 to 5. So if you missed one module and you have a valid reason, which we will discuss later on, you cannot let the teacher reopen the module while the modules are still opening. You have to wait until module 1 to 6 will be finished, and after that, there will be a 4 days makeup period if you have a valid reason. Now, module 6, as what I have mentioned, is the examination module, and after that, the day after the last day of the module 6 will be the modular makeup. Remember, dates can vary, but this is the actual setup that we will have for the scheduling of the modules under Sir Gonzaga. Another reminder with regards to this section, always remember, modules closed and you have not answered and you will not have a valid reason, with notification from your dean, will not be reopened for a special session. However, you can appeal your case directly to the clinical instructor, to the dean, okay? If not, you can go directly to the teacher and contact the teacher. So comply within the 6 to 7 day schedule as indicated above so that you will not have any problem with makeups. Now let us go to the second part of our orientation, the contact and inquiry information of the teacher. Remember, this is a modular class and there is no need for the classroom contact or for face-to-face educational contact. So it is inevitable that you will have questions because of the nature of the transfer of knowledge, which is online modular education. Because of this, the teacher designed ways to be contacted for your inquiries and information. Now here are the ways you can contact the teacher. Okay? You can contact the teacher using the landline phone, okay, which is situated at Bacolod City. The number is 034-704-1674. Time of contact will be 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily. Now you can contact also the teacher using the mobile phones or the cellular phones. For Globe, it is 0926-6625-205. For Sun Mobile, it is 0923-980-1515. For Smart Mobile, it is 0951-570-3970. You can contact the teacher using mobile phone from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily. Now, the most accessible way of contacting the teacher, of course, is through the FB or Facebook Messenger. Now, you can contact the teacher live from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily. However, you can leave your questions or your query anytime and the teacher will just answer that if the teacher will be online. Now, the FB Messenger search name of your teacher is Nonoy Pros Hintapanan Gonzaga Jr. Now, before I forget, if you want a more understandable way of knowing these things, our orientation will also appear in a document form or in a written form, and it is also posted below this item in your modules. Again, you have two types of orientation forms. Number one is the video orientation, and number two is the written orientation. You can also look at that one so that you will be cleared with what we are trying to say here. Remember, transactions, questions, and inquiries should only be addressed during the allotted time. Beyond that, the teacher will have the option not to answer right away your calls or messages. For Messenger, you can leave your questions anytime and the teacher will just respond during the indicated times mentioned above. Here is one very important notice. There will be no transaction related to the module starting 3 p.m. Friday until 3 p.m. Sunday. This will be the Sabbath and personal time of the teacher. Please abide by our rules of conduct to avoid miscommunication and loss of direction. By the way, before I forget, I want to insert this one. If you are enrolled in the I Learn subject under Mr. Gonzaga, expect right away that you should be a member of one of the group chats that Mr. Gonzaga has created. Now, the normal thing that is being done here is Mr. Gonzaga will be looking for your name in the messenger and will invite you. Now, after the 2 orientation days and you are not still a member of one group chat, okay, please be conscious enough to know that Mr. Gonzaga attempted to include the name that you have in the messenger, but it might not be the messenger that you are using. So contact your classmates to confirm if there's already a group chat, or contact Mr. Gonzaga so that you will be able to, you will be included in the group chat, because specific instructions and notifications are given in the group chat. Please don't forget that one. We are now on the third part of our orientation. Here, we will be oriented to the style of teaching and online delivery of Sir Noy Gonzaga. Now, let me start with this. Every teacher differs in the way they do their modular delivery, and that means I have a different way of conceptualizing my own modules. So there is no need to compare your instructors, and to make this more clear, here are my delivery methods. Now, the Gonzaga Modular Style will be using only pre-recorded, documented, and self-completion type of learning system. Meaning, there will be videos of the teacher teaching, videos of supplemental teaching, provisions of written handouts, provisions of a recorded live Zoom with PowerPoint presentation. That is recorded. That is not actual Zoom. Okay? Provision of links for further learning. Now, let me be clear with this. There will be no regular Zoom and Google Classroom meeting here unless the teacher will find it necessary. Again, let me be clear with that. There will be no regular Zoom and Google Classroom meeting here unless the teacher will find it necessary. That means, dear students, you will be doing the modules, or you will be reading and covering the modules in the 6 to 7 days that you are given. And during those days, you can answer the module right away anytime you want, as long as it is within the 6 days. Okay? However, let me remind you with this. It is always the educational mantra of Sir Gonzaga that the early bird catches the worm. If you understand this, those people who can pass early will have the higher tendencies of getting A's and A-. Okay. Now, there will be factual COVID awareness portion of the lecture to immerse future healthcare professionals into the present societal situation, which is COVID pandemic. The fact that you are taking biology bridging subject, there is really a plan for you to take healthcare related professions. most of you will be taking up nursing. That's why in the last part of the lecture, we will be including awareness lectures on COVID or COVID awareness portion. Expect that always. It will be at the last part of the lecture and you will benefit and learn much from this. Now, what you need to do is just to open the module, do whatever is instructed in the module, and then comply with the things that needs to be done. So, if you will open the module, you will see that there are actually structured outline. Now, my advice is do not jump from one outline to another. Open everything in order so that you will understand and you will learn and you will have a more constructive and focused way of understanding the subject. I hope I am understood in that. Okay? Now, there are actually only 6 outputs that you need to do in this module, meaning I'm only expecting you to pass 6 things after you will study the module. Okay, the first thing that you will pass is a performance task. Okay, the second thing that you will pass is a practical activity. The third thing that you will pass is a post-module quiz. Okay, and then the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth will be the forums. So there will be forum 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and there will be specific instructions how to pass this one. Now for the forums or the fora, you will just directly answer this in the iLearn module. So if you will read our outline in the iLearn module, if you will press the forum, there will be blanks there and you will answer directly there because the teacher will have ways to check on that. However, okay, for the performance task, physical activity, and post-module quiz, there are different instructions for that. This should be done only within the period designated for the specific module, and the module schedules should be followed strictly. Now, how to pass the requirements? Okay, so earlier I have given you the information how to pass your forums or answer your forums. Now, let us go to the part wherein how do you pass your performance task, your practical activity, and your post-module quiz. Okay? For the performance task, which is an abbreviation of PT, practical activity, which is an abbreviation of PA, and post-module quiz, which is an abbreviation of PM, you need to comply this in 2 possible ways. The first way, okay, of how to comply this is, if you are using a laptop, place your answer or paste it in a Microsoft Word document and send it to the messenger name Gonzaga Hedon, that is Hedun. Now, if you will find this messenger account, the picture there is a picture of a black and blue nursing insignia. So again, you will have to go to the messenger to find the messenger account Gonzaga Hedon, that is spelled Hedun, and then the profile picture is the black and blue nursing insignia. Okay, please follow instructions in the module, okay, accompanying each of these requirements, because in the module there are specific ways how to pass this requirement. So again, the first way is, if you're using a laptop, transfer everything to a Word document and send it to the messenger account indicated. Now, if you're using a cell phone or a tablet, write your answers on a clean white bond paper with illegible handwriting. Okay? For the post-module quiz, you can just write the answers only. Then, individually take a picture of each of these requirements. The picture of the PA, the PT, and the PM. And then, same process. Look for the messenger account Gonzaga Hedon. The profile picture is a blue and white nursing insignia. And then, please follow instructions in the module accompanying each of these requirements. By the way, I stand corrected. The profile picture is a blue and white nursing insignia. Please remember that one. Now, if you are using a tablet, it is also possible that you will type your answer in the tablet and then screenshot this one, and the screenshot picture will be the one to be sent in the messenger account Gonzaga head-on. So there are actually 3 ways. Number 1, use a laptop. When you're using a laptop, put your answers in the Word document and send that to the messenger account. The second way is if you're using a cell phone, you can write your answers in a clean white bond paper and then take a picture and then send that to the messenger account. Another thing is if you are using a clear cell phone or a clear tablet, you can just write your answers in the cell phone tablet and then screenshot this one and send this to the indicated messenger account. Okay, I hope you will read this one in the written orientation so that you will understand better how to pass your requirements. Now for the last part of our orientation, let us go now to the part wherein you will be absent or you will miss a module because of some circumstance. Now, dear learners, remember you can only answer the module when it is open. When it will be closed, it cannot be reopened if you will not have an explanation coming from your dean or an approved appeal to the course instructor. So do it within the range of time and days, usually 6 to 7 days, if you do not want to undergo the problem of complying things so that you can have a special opening of a module. Now, for situational excusable reasons, ask your dean to inform the teacher using private messenger message, okay? Or appeal to the teacher directly, that is me, using any modes of contacts that is stated above, the cell phone, the landline, or the messenger. If approved, it will be reopened for you at the end of the 6 modules as indicated earlier in the schedule that we have. So it will be opened in the actual 4 days of makeup, which is after the 6 modules. Remember, dear learners, our semester of 18 weeks or 5 months was divided into 3. So for that is for the semester. However, now that we are in the intersemester, this is formerly called summer. So you will have actually 6 weeks to comply with this subject. So please always strictly adhere to the schedules that I have given you so that you will find no problem in finishing this course without delay. Now, my reminder is you will have 6 to 7 days to answer one module, and you will have all the time in the world to answer that so that it will not distract your other subjects, which really has regular Zoom and Google Meet. However, my consistent reminder is Mr. Gonzaga will always give a higher grade to people who can do their modules in the fastest possible way. Meaning, if you can pass in the first and second day of the 6 to 7 days, then your tendencies of getting A and A minus will be very high. That's only a reminder. So I hope you have understood how the subject of Mr. Gonzaga is being conducted in the online modular teaching process. Dear learners, it is a great opportunity on my part to be your teacher in this subject, Bridging Education for Biology. I hope and pray that beyond the learning that we will have in this subject, we will also enjoy our process of learning will be exciting, and you will not be bored in the way that we are conducting the subject. Always remember, if you are already bored or having feeling of monotony, message the teacher so that the teacher will find ways how to improve the subject. At the end of the 6th module, including the makeup week. Count 10 days and the teacher will be giving you your grades. Okay? I think that will be all for our orientation. Remember, your teacher is not a perfect person. But your teacher will always have a perfect courage to try his best to make you learn in all the ways that he knows and in all the ways possible to make your learning a great experience. Thank you very much for choosing to be under this class, and thank you very much for the experience of letting me humbly educate you to become greater professionals in the future. God bless us all.